Chapter 76. Let's become even hotter! The middle layer capture is going well. Although I met with several different kinds of monsters other than the seahorse, all of them are not a big deal. It's only, if only that there's no disadvantage on the terrain, I don't think that I can lose. However, the disadvantage in the terrain is a problem. First of all, magma. This is hard. When the other party is in the magma, I can't do anything but throwing stones from here. It won't deal great damage even if I throw a stone. After all, if the other party doesn't go up ashore, I can't do anything from here. It's good if it comes up when its MP is exhausted like the seahorse, but it's troublesome that there are some monsters that stay inside the magma and some monsters that run away. There's also a guy who starts on the land and once gets cornered it runs into the magma. It's also hard that thread can't be used. Although it can be used to throw stones, it will catch fire on the land if I keep releasing it. I'm troubled about the threads that I can release unconsciously. When I move, I will release threads unconsciously, but if I release it here, it will burn. Having burnt, it moves like a fuse and my buttocks will become hot. At first, I panicked when my buttocks caught a fire. My HP decreased considerably because of that. My HP decreased further because I used poison synthesis to extinguish the fire. After all, that's the only thing I have that can extinguish the fire. Because it can't be helped, I cut the threads frequently. If I don't do that, my buttocks will catch a fire again. It's not a metaphor. The bed is also a problem. If I make a nest in such state, the nest will be burnt. I have to give up on it because it can't be helped. So I decided to sleep in the shadow of the rock. Well, there's no way I can sleep. I have to sleep in this continuous damage terrain where being afraid of the monster's presence. No matter how bold my nerve is, there's still a limit, but still I must sleep. Although it can't be helped that I didn't sleep much, I make sure to sleep when I found a suitable rock. Well, although the surroundings is more worse than the lower layer, the sole reason I survived is that the monsters are weak. There's no great difference in strength if I were to compare the monsters here with the monsters in the upper layer. There might be strong monsters in the area like that snake, but up until now I have only encountered weak monsters. The difference with the monsters in the upper layer is whether they use the terrain or not. Because of this, monsters that are not very strong become troublesome existence. Really, it's good that I do my part by myself, but when it's done by the opponent, it's a troublesome thing. Well, the number is large, but it's possible to do it. As the result of training for leveling, I've become stronger. If it's an opponent of this level, it's possible to win even if I think about the disadvantage in the terrain. However, as long as the recovery means are few, it will be a pinch even if I receive only one attack, so I must be on guard. Because the monsters here have another troublesome property. 3 monsters appear in front of me. Europiek, level 8, status HP 164 out of 164, MP 166 out of 168, SP 175 out of 175, yellow 176 out of 181, red. Average offensive ability 137, average defensive ability 123, average magic ability 121, average resistance ability 117, average speed ability 143. Failed to appraise its status. Europiek, level 8, status HP 163 out of 163, MP 169 out of 170, SP 174 out of 174, yellow 170 out of 183, red. Failed to appraise its status. Europiek, level 8, status HP 166 out of 166, MP 169 out of 169, SP 177 out of 177, yellow 178 out of 182, red. Failed to appraise its status. This guy is a monster that have the appearance of a red dog. Although with a relatively cute appearance, that guy's ability is relatively nasty. Especially the compatibility with me is bad. First of all, its nose is good. It's a dog after all. My stealth is easily seen through and it attacks me. Because of that, I can't do the usual surprise attack. Well, it never succeeded much after I entered the middle layer, so this is irrelevant. And next is this. The red dog's body is covered with fire. Right, this red dog. Fire is clad in its body. It's hard to interfere it from here when it's in fire. I will receive damage just by touching it directly. This is a troublesome characteristic of the monsters in the middle layer. The body is hot overall. There's a guy that can set fire on his body like the red dog, and even those that don't do it is also considerably hot. The seahorse is also the same. And when I touch them directly, I will receive damage. I endured it when it's a seahorse, but as expected, the amount of damage won't be a joke if I do it against opponents that can ignite themselves like the red dog. So, I took certain countermeasures. I avoid the red dog's attack. Although these guys' speed are so-so, still it's slower than me. It's easy to avoid. After avoiding the second one, I avoid the third one by jumping, and then when the overhead of a red dog is going to pass under me, I activate poison synthesis. The red dog bathed directly in a powerful venom falls by momentum. Although my poison is strong, the monsters here probably don't have poison resistance. That's why it can be defeated easily if I pour poison on it. Because I don't need to touch the opponent, I don't receive any damage. I visited the remaining pitiful red dogs with venom. Huh, smart girl. Clever girl, clever girl. Yep. I kinda thought about that. I think it would be cool if she could, like, put poison on rocks and then launch the rocks. Like, that's kind of smart, right? As long as the poison doesn't corrode the webs, because she needs the webs in order to launch the rocks. But, you know, just like rock, poison, boom. Because she can increase, like, the damage on contact. So she could probably fuck up a couple of them. Although she wants to be able to eat them, so killing them when they're in the magma is kind of dumb. So never mind, I guess.